Overwhelm is not a signal that your life is impossible. It's actually a signal that your nervous system is in a state of protection. Welcome to your daily hit of grace and grit, your quick dose of inspiration to kickstart your day. This show is proudly sponsored by Rumble and Rise. To find out more about joining Rumble and Rise, head on over to graceandgrit.com/ready to rumble. I'm Courtney Townley, and here is today's hit. Most women try to solve overwhelm cognitively. They reorganize the list, they rethink the plan, or they criticize themselves for not handling things better, all of which just keeps them stuck in a cycle of indecision. But when your physiology is dysregulated, more thinking only creates more load, more cognitive load, which ultimately creates more stress. More stress further dysregulates the nervous system. So regulation has to happen in the body first in order to tackle overwhelm. And this is where micro shifts become one of the most powerful self-leadership tools in midlife because they meet you inside of real life instead of requiring you to escape it. We love to buffer, right? We love to reach for things that help us to escape our reality, the sugar, the alcohol, the Netflix, the scrolling. But the next time you're feeling overwhelmed, here's the skill I want you to try on. Change your state before your strategy. In other words, change your physiological state before you rework your strategy. Because your strategy will be much improved when you're working from a regulated system. So this might look like just taking a moment to let your exhale lengthen, telling your body that there's no immediate threat. So you take a few deep breaths, inhaling through the nose, and really exaggerating the length of the exhale through the mouth. It might be just pressing your feet into the ground to create a sense of physical stability, or really bringing your attention to your sit bones on the chair and lengthening your spine. It might be turning your head slowly to scan your surroundings, letting your eyes land on something to help you orient yourself to safety. So looking around just to remind yourself that you are in a safe environment. Look at a flower, look at a tree. If you can look at nature, even better. Push your hands into a wall or do something to feel your muscles engage. You could even just clench all of your muscles for 10 to 15 seconds and release, doing that several times. So all these actions aren't hard and they take very little time. The beauty of them is that they interrupt the stress response and bring the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for planning and follow-through, back online. And this is why regulated women appear more consistent. It's not because they have easier lives. It's because they know how to return to themselves in real time. They know how to get back into their executive center when they're feeling dysregulated. So you don't need a different life, that's the good news, to feel less overwhelmed. I know sometimes we feel like we do. What you do need is faster pathways to bring you back into safety in your body. If this stirred something inside of you, imagine what a whole book of clarity and courage could ignite. The Consistency Code, a midlife woman's guide to deep health and happiness, goes even deeper into the mindset and practices that create real, meaningful change at midlife. Grab your copy today over at theconsistencycode.com and keep the momentum alive.